Hello everybody and welcome back to Killer Gaming. My name is the SDA and as you can tell I'm using my new headphones. They glow up and they glow and shit blue. It's in the daylight so you won't be able to see it that much. The sound is going to sound different. Not necessarily that these are going to be better than what I was originally using, but they look a lot neater in respects to the Sony ones. Anyway, this is my weekly news segment of my channel where I talk about this week's news or the week's past news just gone. I'll have my say on it. I let the news build up and then I'll do a video on it. Anyway, so this week's news is 343 Industries, the guys that took over the Halo series from Bungie, of course, said that they're already working on a Halo 6 script. They started writing about it, or getting into that mode, which is funny as hell, considering the fact that Halo 5 Guardians ain't even out yet, but they're already working on the next one, number 6. Now, even with Halo 5 and what have you, you knew that Halo series wasn't going to die. I know a lot of people are sick of it. I personally played 1 and 2, and then my Xbox 360 died, so I didn't get a chance to play the rest. And when I do pick up an Xbox One eventually, I will be picking up the collection and then buying Guardians, etc., etc. And hell, that is the only reason I'm really going to be even picking up an Xbox One, is for the Gears series and Halo. But whatever, that's just me. Anyway, so they're working on this 6 script, and now the guy who director or what have you, is claiming that they've already got up to 10 years, a decade worth of content, like already planned. So this series ain't going to go away anytime soon. I mean, it is an iconic series. It put Xbox on the map, of course, like a lot of particular games like Killzone for PS3, one of the big kick-off franchises of that generation of console, etc., etc. Or their main game, what they launch with, you know what I mean? And it's been as strong as ever, and it may long continue. However, a lot of people are sick of it, but 10 years already, like, it depends on how. Now, there's not a problem with that, because a lot of games have spanned so many years, and that's fine. But what's worrying about it is the fact that they might go year on year. Now, because I haven't bought a Halo game in a while, I don't know if they release them yearly, I don't know, but it's not rammed down my throat nearly every year like Assassin's Creed or what have you, or Call of Duty, so I don't really know off the top of my head. But yeah, so 10 years worth of already planned out. Now it depends on what they do or how they do it, whether they're going to span it out or they are going to release it yearly, which I hope they don't, but then again, I haven't played them in a while, so I'm not too sure how they do that. But I state that depending on which way they decide to go, all the pieces are there to, kick on with the Halo series in that particular universe. I can't wait to see number 5. It looks intriguing enough as it is, just from the adverts about who you're going to be and, the rivalry between the two main protagonists in this story, whether you're good or bad. I can't really comment too much on it because I don't know the history of recent past games, those number 3, number 4. But it's definitely a series I would say if you are got an Xbox One, pick up that series, no doubt. It is released on October 27th, by the way. That comes out, so yeah, pre-order that and what have you. Okay, next up is Nathan Drake. Again, another series. I'm sick and tired of talking about Nathan Drake. It's really the Uncharted series. Not that it's a bad game. I'm just sick and tired of talking about it. You might say, well, why don't you leave it out this segment? But at the same time, there weren't a lot of news that I want to talk about this week. But I can't wait for this goddamn game to be released. I won't be buying it anyway, because I played the series. Not that it's bad, I just already played it, and I don't feel the need to pick it up again. However, the collection will take 44 gigabytes of space on your hard drive. Now, this is all for all 3 games on the collection to install it. Now this game includes new achievements included in this game, 60 frames per second, and new texture models, if you give a shit about that. But it's built from the ground up kind of thing, giving it all new this, that, and the other. But don't get me wrong, if you haven't played it and you have got a PS4, I recommend picking up this series. I personally won't be. Or if I do, and as if I do, I'll be buying it pre-owned or on the cheap, you know what I mean? I'm not paying full price for this game. Anyway, another franchise in the making, although I am excited by this one, has been delayed. Hitman has been delayed until next year. This was out like last week, and I forgot to conclude it in last week's news. Anyways, this week we've got an actual release date. So it said No, 2016 it's coming out, and originally my thoughts were, well, there's a lot of games coming out this year near Christmas. This is one less game to buy. A lot of people can't afford every single game coming out, and I didn't mind it. You know what I mean? There's other things to do. Anyway, so it's coming out in March 11th, 2016. Now this is unusual here. Now it was due to come out in December. Okay, now when you buy this, apparently, I'm not sure how this works. 6 campaign maps, the main game. Okay, this is how they've put it. The main game for 30, I believe, again, I'm not too sure, update as like the weeks and coming weeks and more information comes along, but I'm not sure how they do this. 6 campaign maps, including weekly targets and player created content. Okay, so the main game is £30, at least that's what they're saying. However, after March 1st, is that March 1st? No, after March, sorry, after the initial release, there is updates. Updates that go on, I think this is monthly, which they will release sandbox levels. So like, and these include one in Thailand, one in Japan, and one in the USA. New missions, new kills added, like signature kills, etc., and new missions, stuff like that. And that will cost you another 30. So I don't understand what's going on here. I mean, are they going to charge now? Really, now what happens is normally $60, just say, or £50 for a game. Then they want another 20, 30 for DLC. What seems to be happening here is that, or at least from what I can tell, and it's unconfirmed, so I'm just speculating here at this point, but there's a pack that comes out that where you can buy the main game for 30 on the March set of stuff. So you buy that, the main bit, and then if you want to have more stuff after that, after you complete the 6 main mission campaign thing, you can go and get all these live updates. So I don't know why they're charging for the main game 30 and then an additional 30 for the extra content. Now that would speculate to me, well, there's the main game 30 and there's your DLC. That makes pretty much sense. But I'm used to seeing 50 on average, or $60, whatever, and then another 20 for DLC. So I don't know how that's working. I mean, don't get me wrong, if it's cheap, then all the more better for us, right? If you don't want to have the DLC and stuff like that. I personally don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I would rather just pay one full price and get the updates for a few months, and then after a year or whatever, you know, playing content, you know what I mean? It dies out kind of thing. But I don't know. I mean, when you know something and then they change it, I'm a little confused. And on this at this point in time, or update on Twitter, or etc. etc. Anyway, going back to Xbox One, I know in a lot of groups I post in, there's not a lot of Xbox fans, and I understand that, but as a gamer, I would have all of them anyway if I had the choice or will. Anyway, Xbox One Gears of War bundle has been announced. It's a download code with an Xbox 1 TB hard drive, white Xbox, by the way, early access to Gears of War 4. I think that's only in, I believe that's Walmart only doing that. It's exclusive, I believe. In fact, I think I was supposed to leave that one out because it wasn't exclusive and I don't really comment on them. Anyway, next up is Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, this is an interesting game. 30 to 40 hours of gameplay has said that they're included. So that's a lot more gameplay. There's a lot more to do, such as skill trees. Now, in the old one, they had 15 to 16 skill trees, apparently. Or, you know, I remember playing it and trying to rank it up a little bit, but getting tired of it and moving on because I completed the main story and I didn't give a toss about it to a point. Anyway, now they have over 50. So if you people are really interested in grinding it and getting to the top and, you know, getting the best equipment, then go nuts. You know what I mean? I personally ain't someone like that. I'm going to play it, enjoy it, and then go, well, I'm done with that. I'll move on to the next game. Now, the actual, now I don't know why they've used this term, and I assume they mean map. The hub space, I believe that's the map, the environment that you're in, I'm guessing, are now 3 times as bigger as the last Tomb Raider. I'm not too sure when that comes out. I didn't put the date down actually when it was getting released. Now, on Tomb Raider though, specifically, I think it is an Xbox One exclusive for a year, which I think on Square Enix's part is bullshit, because the Tomb Raider originally started on was on PlayStation, so it's a slap in the face for all the PlayStation fans who have been like with PlayStation for years. You know, it should come to PlayStation first just on merit because your fan base, your core fan base there. Now that fucking Xbox One pulled out a checkbook, and just thought, well, fuck the fans, we're just gonna give them it, and then they get it a year later. That's not good enough for me. I don't like that. I think that's bullshit. I understand if it was a neutral game and it was like, well, who's paying more? That's fine. I'm not fussed about it. But considering the fact that it was already on PlayStation and they fucking wanted their money, ka-ching, in money, fucking dollars in their eyes, and fucking went over to Xbox straight away. Not even considering the fact that they're fans, you know what I mean, or mostly on PS4 or originally was. I think it's a bit of a slap in the face and a bit shitty of Square Enix to do. Then again, you are talking about a company that originally wanted to make $1 billion from. There was 3 franchises. I cannot remember what the third one was, but it was Tomb Raider, Hitman, and some other game. I can't. Oh, Sleeping Dogs, and Sleeping Dogs is new IP. Separate that and take the 2 franchises from Hitman and Tomb Raider. They actually fucking released those 2 great games at the end of the console generation on PS3. They failed to pull their finger out, so they kind of deserved to get slapped in the face based on that merit of not getting what they wanted in terms of revenue from those games, because they were great games. They were just released at the wrong time. But for them to go and do that with Tomb Raider as Xbox One exclusive for a year is a bit shitty. And I personally am going to play it how I always play it anyway. And I suggest you do the same, because it's going to be on Xbox One for a year. You're going to have it all in your face, over a year, reviews, trophy fucking videos and playthroughs and whatever. I personally am going to wait. I will buy it, definitely. But I ain't paying full price for it at that point. I'll just be like, fuck it. I'm going to wait for it to go down in price. But then I'll have moved on and want to do something else. And that'd be that. But as for news this week, at least for me, that's what to talk about. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. This week, okay, yeah, I was like doing question of the week. Well, question of the day, normally I call it, but question of the week. Based on the news in itself. So, what could be my question of the week? I didn't even think about it until now. Do you care about Hitman being delayed, or is that your main game that you're looking forward to? If you ain't got an opinion on that, do you think the Halo series is already dead in the water and you won't be picking it up, or do you even care about the Tomb Raider being an Xbox One exclusive for a year? I mean, sure, you have an opinion on one of 3 of those particular questions. I normally do one, but considering the fact there wasn't much news to talk about this week. Please follow me at Killer Gaming. I'll leave a link in the description below. Killer Gaming 01, and the Facebook page as well. I will leave that in the link in the description below. If you are interested in seeing the unboxing of these, I did get other things with them, including a keyboard and stuff. I'll be uploading that one next week. Also, I will have a Chelsea simulation game after I've uploaded this video. I'm trying to do that as well the day before the match, as I normally do. Please check out my other content, including the unboxing of my PC that I just did recently, and a vlog. Also, I just want to touch on that Black Ops 3 and can't remember it. Rainbow Six has no campaign mode. I'm just going to mention that to you. I'm not going to go into it. That did happen this week, but I did a 10-15 minute vlog on that separate this week as well. Just to let you know, that is on my channel. So, I've dedicated one whole video to that specifically, because there was so much I wanted to say. I couldn't just fit it in this video. Thank you for joining me for this like 15-minute video anyway. See you next week. And hopefully I have that unboxing video of this on my keyboard uploaded next week as well. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Weekend rather.